being a person who's like yourself's been doing physical activities for a long time, at what age did you hit your physical peak? And what does a male feel when they hit their max physical peak? Huh. Good question. Um, I would say I had I had multiple peaks. I think when I was a teenager, just getting started, to be able to for me to peak, the reason why I was working out was to be a good football player, just to make the team at first. Then it was, all right, I'm going to be a team captain. Let me keep working out, getting better at this and all that. So, um, that's that was a peak. It was, you know, high school peak. College was even better because then I went from powerlifting football to spec ops candidate. That's pretty good. And I'd say after buds, I peaked again because I went back to lifting and was getting in like two times my body weight bench, had, 400 plus on squats and deadlifts. I was getting strong again, still running a lot and running fast, got in pretty good shape. Um, and then I would say kind of fell apart in my early 30s, needed to rediscover training better versus redlining it. That's where I came up with this, and that was 26 years ago, coming up with the seasonal approach to tactical fitness. Because the one thing I realize is tactical athletes do not have an off season. So you have to kind of create it in your training. Otherwise, you're just going to redline and be hurt and sick and injured all the time. Um, if you don't get smart about it. But then I would say my cardio was probably peaked out at about 35, and strength was up there still as well. And then I have to say, in my 40s, it started going downhill a little bit to about 45 when my hips were so jacked up that I created Mobility Day. That's where I created, the program that comes into this, or the when I was 45, I wrote this because I figured out Mobility Day and it was life changing. And I thought I had something to share to all those OGs like me who were worked hard for 20 plus years and are now feeling those aches and pains. And now that was 11 years ago when I wrote that, and I'm still running. You know, ran track and sprints today, ran a 9 miler on Saturday. So yeah, Mobility Day saved me. So I feel like I'm peaking in a way in my 40s and 50s just because I've been focused more on mobility. It's allowed me to become more flexible and become more mobile and have less pain, right? And to be honest with you, now my peak physical goals in my 50s are to go to the doctors, which I did last month, and ace all my blood work, like cholesterol, blood pressure, triglycerides, blood sugar, all of those things are now where I kind of set my PRs to. I mean, I still do PSTs and workouts that make me challenge myself, um, but I do it more for health and wellness and longevity versus trying to one rep max anything. Though I will say my goal this winter is to do 225 for 20 plus on a bench and be, relatively high, at least body weight and a half, maybe 2 point body, two times body weight on like deadlifts. That puts me at like 400 roughly. So anyway, yeah, good question. What's it feel like? Feels great.